Today, I'll be giving you a quick Black history lesson on how the hero and the anti-hero in the critically acclaimed movie The Black Panther mimics the duality of two Black historic figures. Can you guess the two historic figures? T'Challa, heir to the Wakandan throne and the hero in The Black Panther, is given the option to pursue the man who committed a terrorist act against his country and killed his father, or to help someone. He chose the latter. He chose to give up his pursuit to help a dying CIA agent. At the end of the movie, King T'Challa chooses to remain non-violent and help fight racism another way. Which historic figure does this sound like to you?
My name is King T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka. I am the sovereign ruler of the nation of Wakanda. And for the first time in our history, we will be sharing our knowledge and resources with the outside world. Wakanda will no longer watch from the shadows. We cannot. We must not. We will work to be an example of how we as brothers and sisters on this earth should treat each other. Now more than ever, the illusions of division threaten our very existence. We all know the truth. More connects us than separates us.
The next man was a minister turned activist and is not to be outdone by King T'Challa. He was the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement from 1954 until his death. He preached a message of non-violence and ending racial segregation. He had a purpose and he had a dream.
Talk. All the world today knows that we are here and we are standing before the forces of power in the state of Alabama saying we ain't gonna let nobody turn us around.
If you guessed the first historic figure as Martin Luther King, then you would be correct. Alternatively, Killmonger, Black Panther's anti-hero, learned to confront the systematic wrongs waged against Black people globally while condemning internalized racism, whitewashing of history, and non-violent action after his father was murdered by Killmonger's own uncle, King T'Chaka, for betraying Wakanda. Killmonger's goals were to avenge his father's death, seize the throne for himself, and take control of the world by stealing all Wakanda's technology to stop the oppression of African Americans worldwide, by any means necessary. Which historical figure does this sound like to you? With the real backstory that's not to be outdone by Killmonger's story, after his father was murdered by white supremacists, this man was incarcerated for burglary after tragedy turned him to a life of crime. He had spent time as a drug dealer and a pimp, but once incarcerated, he became radicalized as he learned about Black history and the Nation of Islam. Once out of prison, he became a devout advocate for Black separatism and fighting against what he determined was non-violent protesting, and he put an X on his chest.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
If you guessed the other historic figure was Malcolm X, you would be correct again. Neither Malcolm X nor Dr. King survived the racism in their era. And while T'Challa survives in the film, Killmonger does not. But like Malcolm X and Dr. King, they learned from one another, and they all found by liberating themselves, they could revolutionize the world.